Nestled in the hills of southern Ohio, Chillicothe is a historic town of 22,000 people. Another 50,000 people live in the county. It's part of the industrial Midwest, with agriculture and manufacturing serving as the life's blood of the economy. As Ohio's first capital, the historic district is of special interest, and there's no better place than downtown to see the renaissance that is taking place. All right, so when we came downtown, this is our building. I mean, it was a ghost town down here. The places were empty, boarded up. This was back probably about 10 years ago. And we opened up this. We brought some of our offices down here. Today, we have a counseling center for people that are suffering from all kinds of different problems, afflictions, addictions. Also, we have a recovery group. And upstairs, we have a couple of apartments where people live. And the change that we've seen downtown has been absolutely incredible. Yeah, so this is roast coffee, excellent coffee. They grind their own beans, started by a young entrepreneur that loves Jesus. He's part of the church of our community. Incredible place. In fact, on Monday nights, you ought to see what goes on inside here. Once a week, Christians from various churches gather here in this coffee shop after hours to pray for our city. Another great entrepreneur came downtown, started Market 9. In fact, just around the corner, she's going to expand with a whole food market downtown. Incredible things happening. And so she's going to take over this space. And you know why? Because she feels inspired by Jesus to be an entrepreneur and to do something for our city. There's a man that's an elder in one of the congregations here on the worship team, and decides he wants to have a restaurant. And then just this week, a bakery opened right here. Two young ladies, they love the Lord, just feel inspired to come downtown and to make our downtown even better. A thriving hub and community, High Five Cakes, amazing. Inspired by the teaching and the testimonies of ICAL, our church and those associated with us have caught a new vision of what is possible in our city. We just felt like one of the purposes of the city church is to make our city better. And the construction that's going on here is incredible, and it's led by Christians. I stood on this street corner for 30 minutes the other day talking to the man that owns a lot of these buildings, and he said that he is spurred on by commitment to Christ and by the purpose of making the city a better place. One year when we were doing the conference, met a couple people from Australia. They invite me to Australia. In one of the meetings there, I met a man who ended up moving to the United States, came to our church, connected with one of the guys that actually is part of our congregation, and they came together to do an incredible work. And part of it you're going to see here behind me, where they are investing in our city, what's going to be called the Fort Collective. This is a building that's going to contain offices, it's going to contain a restaurant, a few other businesses. And so they literally are investing in the city. Christian entrepreneurs, people that have all connected because of ICAL. And this thing is monumental. In fact, the building inspector told me it's actually the first and greatest new build in the downtown area. No one was more impacted by ICAL than the people of our church. Suddenly, our members were inspired to go back to college. Many of them completed their degrees and postgraduate degrees. Today, they're working in upper management in a variety of local companies. And our young people began to dream more dreams too. Today, there are a number of doctors, business owners, teachers, attorneys, corporate executives, government officials, and ministers, all under the age of 35. So one of the other businesses that birthed early on was Hometown Apparel. So we're going to go in and see if Ben's in there. Come on. Of course, everybody knows this young man right here was my personal assistant, lived in my house with me. I practically raised him.
You did. That's true. And fed me.
And this is his shop, Hometown Apparel. So Actually, this man is an elder, one of the founding members of our church when we planted it. And he bought this building. Now, here's what's significant about this building. This was the headquarters of a man by the name of General St. Clair, who was the first governor of the Northwest Territory. So literally, this building was the seat of power originally of the Northwest Territory just after our Revolutionary War. So this is Chillicothe carpet. And great story. This guy started in a warehouse you couldn't even find. And within a couple years, he's got $1 million in sales. Incredible how God gave him favor. And today they're out here on the highway. They have an incredible business here. This services so many new homes and so many existing homes, both commercial and residential, here in the Southern Ohio area. These people are also in charge of our outreach ministries, our food pantries, and all of our benevolence ministries at our church. So these people not only know how to do business right, they know how to serve Jesus.
Speaking of benevolence ministries, no work of the kingdom of God is complete without helping the disadvantaged and the marginalized citizens of our cities. This is where a number of Christians and churches have come together to make a difference. Like this year's Serve Day, where 15 churches and over 300 volunteers came together to serve our city, cleaning the streets, picking up garbage, and making our city something to be proud of. The change of attitude in our city in the last 15 years has been remarkable.
So these boxes are all over the city, and what this is free food. And Christian people just built these, set them in strategic locations. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you got food, put it in there. If you need food, here it is. Anyone in the city can take from this and not be hungry. I'm standing outside Elizabeth's Hope Pregnancy Center, and what this is an alternative for abortion. So you have moms-to-be, and their options are limited. They're looking for a place to help them. This is the place that does that, all for free. It's an incredible ministry led by Christian women, birthed out of the need to be able to serve these young ladies who have hardly any options in their life. Incredibly, these people are saving lives of hundreds and hundreds of babies and their parents. So this is one of our shining gems here in Chillicothe, Hope Clinic. It's a free medical clinic. Not only that, they do dental, they do eye exams, all for free. They give out food. It's an incredible ministry spearheaded by Christians where healthcare professionals decided they wanted to make a difference. So one night a week, they treat anyone for free that walks in these doors. So this is Jackie's house, and it's specifically for moms with children who are homeless. It's a transitional place where they can come and live, they can be discipled, put back on their feet, and then rejoin our community.
Inspired to act by the influence of ICAL, Nikki and I decided to enter the housing market. We specialize in rehabbing distressed properties, providing affordable housing for people, slowly but surely transforming neighborhoods and creating a sense of civic and personal pride. Today we own 25 units debt-free and have sold 3 refurbished homes to first-time homebuyers.
Okay, this is one of the units I own. Bought this, rehabbed it. What's really cool is the people that live on this side were baptized a couple of months ago, and then the girl that lives over here, she's an intercessor. So she sits on her front porch and prays for people as they walk up and down the street. Next door, over here, these people now are completely rehabbing that property. It was a mess last year. And then this house right here had been raided for drugs 3 or 4 times now. Someone else bought it. They're fixing that up, moved a great elderly couple in there. So you're seeing a street that's starting to change.